short from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Barnes. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners! You want to make sure this Boomer Sooner crowd gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
And we get to break out the Sooner schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. When these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Here's the handoff. Sweet cut there. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Got his man out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. On target to the left. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Acha. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. And now on 3rd down after that last run. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Thompson. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the 1st down at the 30. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
From the gun on third down. Feeling some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? On fourth down, they're taking to the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
To the air, it's Orji. Coming after it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for a ball game. Right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game. That will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Shoots it to the left. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. The quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Burks. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one or a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Out of the gun, the give to the back.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And Once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Florida is currently ahead of the scoreboard, but it's clear Tim Tebow's not out there, and because of that, I don't see a blowout today in the Swamp. They're up by 7 over USF. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackle is made after the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Buys a little time with his feet. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Power football with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Trying to get to it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Shows him the stiff arm. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thompson. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. He'll come out throwing on first down. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. The aerial assault continues. Unloads to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. So they take advantage of good starting field position, move the ball 35 yards, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he was able to get away from 1 tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll try to do it himself, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Morris. At the 45 on its way. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. This time it's complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Orji. Quarterback adapting. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Comes out throwing on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that pass is caught at the 25. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Trying to find his man on first down. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Now on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of the stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Back to pass, it's Orji. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse. And they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again.
And the pass hits, picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Give to the running back. Nice move to pick up yardage. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Finds his tight end. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
To the air on first down. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
This time, he's got it. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Greasy, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Kansas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Finds Zach Breeze, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Looking to pass. It's Orji. Buys a little extra time. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Sails one into the middle. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll go right back to it. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Wolverines. PAT unit on the field. And the kick is no good, but the defense way too aggressive. I think they roughed him. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On to attempt the try. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. Caught near the sticks. It's Acha. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. Looking down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They'll throw it on first down. Scrambling away. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I don't want to pile on and kill this young man that plays QB, but you have to understand situational football. You got to understand, a field goal puts me in the lead. This game is tied. The worst thing I could do is throw an interception.
That pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He'll keep it himself. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So, good luck stopping him.
offense. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Starting to feel a little pressure. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the Wolverines get enough for the first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Grabbed behind the line, it's Morris. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wants to throw. It's Orji. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, this guy has been a weapon all game long. They've lined him up all over the field. He's run all different types of routes. The defense has not been able to cover him, and he's got now over 150 receiving yards.
Going up top on first down. Hit as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. He's back to throw on second down. Touchdown, Michigan! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now, I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there and give me one more.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. South Alabama is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tulane. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Sooner offense returns to the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly... A shot toward the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
He wants to throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Oh, what a move. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Back to pass, it's Orji. It's complete to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a